May profits be upon you. How are you doing, my people? All right. We're going to take a look at Euro USD. Euro USD. First thing I want to cover is on Tuesday next week in the news. There's a lot of news for pound, euro, and all and Aussie. There's some good news coming, but the highest one that I'm putting on my priority list is this core inflation rate. All right, this is the CPI data. And if it comes in lower than expected, or if it comes in at the numbers that are expected or lower than expected, all right, that's going to be bearish for the US dollar currency. It's going to make it weak. All right. And we already seen this past week pass where we had a bearish close on the US dollar. Look at the weekly. That's a bearish close, right? We could be seeing a pullback. All right. Has it topped out? Do not make the mistake of thinking that this is topped out. Look at the COT report. All right. This is the Commitment of Traders report. As of last Tuesday, it has been reported that 76% of the big boys institutions are long in this currency, right? And let me fix something real quick because it was bothering me. All right. Okay. So 76 are long. All right. The majority is long. When it's in the 75 percentile and better, that's a pretty good indication. So I want to watch what they're doing with their investments, right? And they only added 935 longs. They've also added 16,500 shorts. All right. This is telling me they're anticipating that move, and there's going to be some profit taken. This is near-term stuff, folks. Near-term stuff. I would just want you to see that we are pretty strong in the uptrend. Price could come all the way back and touch your precious little trend line and still be bullish. The bullishness is still intact. We've been bullish for a very long time. And until this low is taken out, I'm not looking for long-term shorts. No, I'm not looking for a longer term correction in this market. Okay, so be careful taking dollar shorts. You're going to have to be very, very careful with this. And I would tell you to wait until Tuesday. That's what I would tell you. All right. Now, if I'm thinking price is going to come down here after Tuesday, if price is going to make a move down, I'm looking at this zone right here. This is the futures now. I'm looking at this zone right here because we have a sweep of liquidity. All right. And an imbalance left behind, and which led to a break of structure. I'm looking for price to come down and mitigate this unmitigated zone. All right. This zone is located at 106.670. So that would be my target. That would be my target. This is a week. At the end of the week, I'm looking at this as my possible target. You understand? All right. If we go to the daily, I just want you to, I don't know why I stayed on that weekly all that time. All right. What I wanted you to see was that price topped at the weekly zone. You see how it just touched, and it was a touch and go. All right. There was no bump, and then it comes down. No, it immediately start to pull down. This is a near-term move, folks. And we are moving into a daily zone of demand here. It's quite messy, but you see this candle here? This is the bearish close of Friday, right? And I want to see this wick get filled. Whenever I see candle closes like this, candle body, candle wick, range of candle like this here with a wick that is longer than the body, and it 50% or better, I look for that wick to get filled. And as we come into the supply, and the price decides to take that low, come CPI, when the CPI data comes, it would not surprise me if price comes down here to mitigate this zone. Got it? Now, that's looking at that individual, the one side, the US dollar side. Let's look at the euro side, all right? And what can we see? The COT report says, I got this all kind of funkified. Anyway, it's 54, they're 54% short in this this market. And I don't like those kind of numbers. I tend not to pay too much attention to it, except they opened 3,019 longs and closed 8,308 shorts. All right, they're looking for this to go higher. You understand? That's what the institutions are. That's what the way they're positioned. And you can see that there was a break of structure to the downside, but not a whole lot of movement, to follow through after that break of structure. Unlike what we saw over here with this break of structure. Price broke the structure. It didn't dibble dabble or anything here and then start moving up and then down. No, that's not what happened. It just came on down, made a lower low, made a lower high, and now here we are at the lower low, but it is doing a dance, okay? And we are dancing at weekly demand, all right? Weekly demand, and we can see that price has already indicated that there, excuse me, that there may be some price action to go higher. Do I think this will hold here? Yeah, quite possibly, because this is at the top there, right? Is where you want to see start looking for shorts, because this is premium price. So, and we'll go over that when I get to the euro dollar pairing. All right, but the indications are price wants to go higher here. All right, because we have a change of character already happening, and a slight pullback, and then further up, at least to mitigate here. That would seem to be in order. Okay, so we just to recap. US dollar looks to be heading down. Just wait until after CPI data. All right, on Tuesday. It's same thing with this. Wait till after the CPI data, because you already see that the ECB gave a 75 basis point hike, and now we see bullishness coming into this market, right? After all this bearishness. All right, this is we got a lot of dithering going on, but the high of that range, this accumulation range is to the upside. So maybe a pullback, and then we come up higher to this unmitigated zone. All right. So let's go to the euro pairing itself. And if I can get to it, everything will be just grand. All right. And what we can see on the daily, matter of fact, we don't need to go to Dell. We can go straight to the 4 hour. Okay. All right. What I want you to pay attention to, one, look right. Look right here. All right. This is your daily range. Why? Oh, this is your, yeah, there it is. Thank you. This is your daily range, and we're on 4 hour. Just keep that in mind. This is your daily range. You see the impulse, and here we have the correction. All right. And I was waiting for this move. Yeah, if you've been watching my videos, the daily forecast, you know that I was suspecting that price would want to pull back a little deeper, because this was the high of this pullback, and we want to see price get into premium prices here above the 50%. All right, we want to get above the 50% and start looking for shorts as soon as it crosses this line. Right now, price is just below the 50% there. So I had a sneaky suspicion that price would want to go higher. Well, look at what we got here, and we got a higher high, higher low, higher high on the 4 hour, right? And we're looking for this higher low. All right, I'm thinking price may pull back right here. Now, why would I think right here? Because if we go to the daily, we can see the daily zone, the extreme of the daily zone is here. All right, starting here. Okay. And prices pulling back to that area. All right. And that's something to make a mark of, to notate. All right. And if price continue, understand Tuesday is the CPI data, right? Up until that point, we may see price pull. We may see the US dollar pull down. All right. And US and the euro yielding to it into this range of demand. This is the range of demand. All right. The way you want to mark your zone is your business. All right. I'm hoping that price comes down to this unmitigated zone, the unmitigated portion of this where the transactions, you see a lot of transactions forming the body of the candle take place. Right, this is the top. all right, the distal end of this zone, right? So I'm looking for price to come into this, all right, quite possibly on the 4 hour filling in this fair value gap here to rebalance what is in balance, and then come the ECB, boom. I mean ECB CPI data. We'll see a weakening in the US dollar, and we can see price go into premium, where I will start to look for high probability shorts. All right, this is the 4 hour within the daily zone. All right, and this is where I believe some magic may happen. All right, if we get if price does pull back down here Monday, and we get our 15-minute confirmations down here, I'm waiting until Tuesday to take this along, so I could quite possibly take a short from there. All right, I believe this pullback on the US dollar is near-term stuff, profit taking and all. I don't think I think there's a good chance that the overall bullish trend on the US dollar will continue. So I am looking for some near-term weakness in the Euro USD, a mitigation here, a confirmation on 15, and then we can take this on up. Could we quite possibly break that? Of course we could, because there's a zone higher, a daily zone up here. Excuse me, a daily zone up here that price could come to for a proper mitigation. All right, and that would give us a great price in premium to take shorts. All right, but my first target will be here. All right, so because this is remember, this is that's a counter trend move. Okay, the overall trend on the I don't know why this thing won't disappear. All right, the overall trend is bearish. All right, so we're taking these buys here. It's counter trend, so you want to make sure you limit your expectations. All right, instead of swinging for the fences, coming all the way up here. This will do. This will do. Okay. If we get our setup here, 15-minute confirmations, I would be more willing to hold this trade until we take these lows out or price starts to come against me. But you see how last week we came within maybe 15 pips or 5 pips or something of the target. All right, we hit that target last week on pound USD, but not on euro. It came very close, very close. So your guy here is trying to give you some good analysis, and I'm hoping that you're taking advantage of it. Anyway, listen, smash the like button if you like what you saw. I appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can catch the latest and the greatest analysis that I put out, in a timely fashion. And make sure you leave a comment, because I like to hear from you, and it helps the YouTube algorithm. All right, so that's all I ask of you. I will add this to the playlist for next week for the outlook for next week. All right, I'll put this on the trade list on the playlist, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.